Um, like, what do you think about like the current like music scene with like rap? Like, when you hear like the drill and um, do you think like this type of music is something that like is negative towards our culture and pushes something that can that typically just causes more harm?
Um, I think we've always had this existence of polarity. There's always been music that kind of heals and propels culture, and there's always been music that just kind of operates in this realm and does whether it does damage or just does what it does. But I don't look at it as a negative when it's a reflection. Like there's some artists that are faking and they're creating things that it's like you're doing harm, you're doing damage because it's not true to you. But the ones where if this is true to you and this is the life you know, that's just a reflection of the world that we live in, and that's never a negative thing. That's just revealing. This is what people are growing up in. This is what they're dealing with. They're going to talk about it. It's a reflection of what their living condition.
I just wonder, like, I asked this to Tip the other day. I'm like, do you feel responsible for like some of the way the culture, because the culture follows and adores
Hip hop,
hip hop.
rappers,
Yeah,
singers, right?
yeah, like
Right.
it's like a very very deep obsession,
hmm
and I don't care where you from. You could be the most corporate person,
Right.
or you can be like from the hood. It's everybody identifies with hip hop
For
and rap
certain.
in some capacity, and I just was wondering, like, I asked him, like, yo, do you feel like you're responsible for like some of the negative that comes with it? And he was like, hey, well, it's like me telling my story, and there's gonna be like positives and negatives that come
hmm
from that. But I always think about like when I hear music from my kids' perspective. Like I got a 10 and a 16-year-old. And when you hear like what they're listening to, it's like, God damn, well, what the like, like when I hear my
Right.
16-year-old like who's been like growing up in nothing but really good conditions and away from all the BS, like listening to like drill, and I'm like, shit, like what is going on here? Like,
Right.
you know,
Influence.
yeah, the influence is so heavy. I just get nervous about that influence, really really, having, because kids are so impressionable, having the
hmm
wrong impression.
Right.
Uh, when you create, what are your thoughts? Are you conscious of what you put out as far as in your lyrics, as far as whether you would think like, hey, is this gonna be damaging people? Or like, how do you create your music?
Um, I'm not often intentionally conscious of it because I rap about my life and what I'm experiencing, and I don't think it's my duty to guide anyone in a specific way. I think my duty is to be true to me. So as long as I'm doing that, what the result of that is, I don't think it falls on the artist. I think that falls on. I mean, we're all kind of raising the children as a village, but it's like your neighborhood. If you grow up in a neighborhood and across the street there's some drug dealers, and down the street you got some people who do this and that. If your kid go and follow them, it's not their fault. They're just living their life. They're not raising your child, but they're part of the community that the child sees. So if they choose to take on that responsibility, they can, but they don't have to because they're just living their life, and we can't really control or navigate how someone lives their life. We don't know what they've been through for them to even be to that point to where they're discussing this in their records or talking about this. You feel me? And a lot of people can't be held accountable because like they don't even have the proper tools to build the home you want them to build. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
We could look and point the finger, but it's like, bro, he can't build the house you want him to build. He don't have the tools that you are requiring of him.
Right.